Alright, there we go, folks. Your bull Marcus 1205 numbers after the name a little Call of Duty World War II. Nah, I mean, first time on the channel, first game. I have this tradition, man. I'll do it when the game comes out, when I actually purchase it or whatnot. I'll do the same thing. But whenever the game comes out, whenever the first time I play it, I post my first match. No matter how good, bad, neutral, indifferent it is, whatever my first game I put it on the channel. And I just see everybody see where I start off at, man. Also, I just enjoy when I go back and I watch like those first games, and then you play for a couple months and you're like, damn, I was not good at this game. It doesn't have necessarily the same effect anymore. It's on putting the beta in my first game when you get the new game, because we've been playing betas here like the past couple of years and whatnot. When did the beta stuff start? Black Ops 3 did it start? I think it was Black Ops 3 was the first one with the beta and whatnot. We've had it already cycled through, I guess, since then. So, this is initial thoughts, initial impressions coming off this game. Tomorrow I'll have a little bit more in depth, maybe talk about the weapons and the maps and whatnot. But just real quick, initial thoughts about Call of Duty World War II. I like it. I like it a lot. I didn't realize how much I've missed my Call of Duty on the ground until like I played this. Just to give you a little background, man, Advanced Warfare was kind of where I stopped playing. I played Ghosts a good amount. I was cool with Ghosts. There was some stuff that was messed up about it, but I was alright with it. I played Ghosts a good amount. I think about it. I played through all the DLCs and stuff. So yeah, I played Ghosts a good amount. Advanced Warfare, nah, I don't even think I prestiged in that game. That's how little I played. I was like, this isn't for me. Black Ops 3, I played a lot of Black Ops 3. I managed to prestige in that and whatnot. But it wasn't the same. Like, it just wasn't the same. It was better, but it wasn't the same. And then Infinite Warfare I haven't touched. I've just been playing Modern Warfare Remastered. I really didn't care about Infinite Warfare. I must be like level 20 if that in that game. I don't really, not interested. I think it's a good game, just for the record. I think it's a good game. It's just not the Call of Duty game that I want to play or the shooter that I'm interested in playing. That's not something that I get down with over here. Playing on the PS4, by the way. PS4 beta this weekend and whatnot. The World War II. And then we come to World War II, which I've been cautiously optimistic on the channel. You know, I've talked about it on a lot of videos. I want to believe this game's going to be great and it's going to be everything that I've wanted to Call of Duty in X amount of time. But I really was cautiously optimistic and I wanted to play through it. And I know that there's some changes to kind of the class setup and whatnot. I just kind of wanted to play through and actually get a feel for what it was. And the feeling's good, man. The feeling is really, really good. From a graphic perspective, I think it looks great. I love all the colors on the maps that we have. As of when I'm recording this, there was only 3 maps: Gibraltar, Point to Hawk, and what the hell is this map's called? Oh, the Ardennes Forest. Pardon me. I'm trying to get. I was like looking back like in history. I'm like, what is the Ardennes Forest? I think Gibraltar's kind of a strange place to fight. I'm not 100% sure about Gibraltar's role in World War II. It was English and Spanish were like kind of neutral, but more on the German side. So I don't really know what Gibraltar ended up being in World War II. I gotta look that up. But anyway, Ardennes Forest. You know, look up the history. Big battles both ways. This is actually when the Americans were over there and the British tried to blitzkrieg, or the Germans tried to blitzkrieg through back to them for one last kind of fight. And Point to Hawk is Point to Hawk. We all know that. So, but the maps, you know, like it's a dreary thing, right? Like World War II, like this thing should be all like I was more nervous there's gonna be a bunch of browns and grays, but there's color, man. Like this map, you know, it's white, so it's very different. This is kind of our snow map for the game, so it kind of plays by its own rules. But you'll notice when I put up footage of the other maps, like there's color in it. Even though like one of them, like Point to Hawk's a bunch of trenches, but there's still like these greens and these reds. Like it looks really good. It plays fast. Like I was kind of surprised as to how fast it played. I think it almost plays maybe even a little bit too fast, honestly. Too fast, too furious. I thought it was going to be a lot slower of a game. The time to kill to me is almost right. I'd prefer it if it was a little bit higher, but I could play with this. This is fine. Like you will survive some gunfights here. Having said that though, I'm not sure how much connection comes into play with it, but I've kind of had 2 different circumstances with the time to kill. My first day of playing, that first day of the beta that it was out, I felt like it was pretty solid. Like I was able to dodge bullets and get around stuff sometimes. Like I was able to put on moves on people and I was able to drop them in what felt like a good amount of time, so that was cool. The second day I played though in the beta, and they could be testing stuff, or maybe it was just my connection or whatnot, I felt like it took a lot to take people down, and I felt like I was just getting decimated before I even had a chance to like walk this earth. So I thought that was a little bit strange, but that's, you know, small sample size, say what you will. I think the time to kill is fine in this game, it's something to work with. But the speed, the pace that the game plays at is pretty crazy. Now, I don't know what size maps we'll be getting. I do kind of caution, like, when we played the Black Ops 3 beta, I remember we got, like, Combine, and I don't even remember what the other ones were, but we got, like, a bunch of small maps that we, like, played on. We didn't really get anything too big. So I have a feeling that maybe this is what we're looking at here, and that's why the pace is so quick. We also, none of us really know fully what we're doing yet. We're all kind of just running around. We don't really know where, like, the choke points are or not, and that's kind of the cool part about the beta. So it plays a little bit differently than the actual game was, and obviously, you know, stuff will be adjusted when the game starts. But first impressions, love the way it looks, love the way it feels, love the way it sounds. I'm all in. Pre-order set. Let's get it.